So today we're doing a deep dive into something called the Phantom case.
Right.
And it sounds, like a ghost story, but it's really about how institutions, courts, restaurants, you name it, can just sort of fake reality.
It creates what some researchers call a phantom reality. What we're looking at is when a record, a piece of data or a legal filing gets deliberately severed from a physical event.
And that creates a gap.
Exactly, a vacuum. And what we found is that vacuum almost always gets filled with, racketeering and embezzlement.
So we're tracing this really wild evolution from a pretty clever FBI trap in the 1980s all the way to today, where AI is just, hallucinating the law.
It's a terrifying path, really. It starts with control, and it seems to be ending in total chaos.
Okay, so let's start with the control side. Let's go back to the 1980s, Cook County, Illinois. The judicial system is, I think the sources said, rotting from the inside out.
Rotting is absolutely the right word. This was Operation Greylord. The FBI, they realized they couldn't clean up the corruption from the outside.
So they had to go in?
They had to go in. They created phantom cases, completely made-up lawsuits with undercover agents posing as defendants for crimes that, never actually happened.
That's wild. And what did they find?
They found judges weren't acting like judges. They were hustling, steering defendants to certain lawyers. They were brokering case outcomes.
For kickbacks.
And the main currency for this was something called a cash bond refund, or CBR. A judge could release that bond money to a specific lawyer who'd then kick some of it back. The phantom cases just lit it all up.
So in that instance, the phantom case was actually a weapon for justice.
Mm-hmm. The government faked a record to expose a corrupt reality. But that's usually not how this dynamic works.
It's usually the other way around.
Right. Usually the phantom is the crime. Take that wine Ponzi scheme we read about. Johnny Fox.
This one blew my mind. He sold millions of dollars in phantom wine futures.
Yeah, he was collecting cash today for, say, a 2012 vintage Bordeaux that hadn't even been bottled yet.
So no one would know the wine didn't exist for years.
For a decade sometimes. He was just selling paper promises.
It's kind of the same logic as phantom waste in a restaurant, right? The log says a steak went bad or a bottle of vodka broke.
But the reality is an employee just took it home. The record says trash. Reality says theft.
In those cases, though, it's about stealing assets. But you can use the same gap, this record versus reality, to steal something much more personal.
You can steal a person's reputation, their career.
It shows you how a simple administrative process can be weaponized.
And that, I think, brings us to the danger we're in right now. We've gone from FBI agents telling strategic lies to fraudsters faking wine to accidental fraud.
With AI hallucinations.
Exactly. We're seeing lawyers right now submitting legal briefs written by generative AI. And the AI is citing cases that sound completely real, like Stumpf v. Stumpf.
Which doesn't exist.
Does not exist. The AI just dreamed it up. But because lawyers are under pressure or maybe just not checking their work, these phantom cases are being submitted to actual courts.
It seems almost harmless, but then you think about the court clerks who have to waste their time trying to find a case that was never real.
It's so much worse than just wasted time. It pollutes the entire body of law. The legal system runs on precedent. If a phantom case gets cited and it slips past a tired judge,
it could become part of the legal foundation for the future.
We could be building future laws on nothing, on digital hallucinations.
That's the ultimate decoupling, isn't it? We went from stealing a physical thing, like roast beef, to digitally eroding the very concept of legal truth.
That's the trend line. Whether it's a corrupt judge in the 80s or a chatbot today, the fraud works when the system starts to value the record more than the reality.
It really makes you wonder, if a court record or an HR file is just a digital entry that can be faked or even hallucinated into existence, how much of your own official history is truly real?
That's the question we all need to be asking.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive.